Ravi was walking through the jungle at sunrise. The sky was orange, the air fresh, and birds were singing. He was on his way to gather herbs for his village. But then, he heard a sound. It wasn't a bird. It wasn't a monkey. It was a cry, soft, painful, and full of fear. He stopped. The cry came again. It was close. He pushed through the thick bushes, heart beating fast. And there it was. A baby horse. Alone. Shivering. One leg twisted in a horrible way. Clearly broken. Blood stained the ground beneath it. Its eyes met his. And in that moment, Ravi's life changed. Because he didn't just see a horse. He saw himself, abandoned, broken, and needing someone to care. He dropped his bag. And slowly, carefully, he reached out. The full story: the horse with a broken leg. Ravi lived in a small village near the edge of the jungle. Life wasn't easy. He was an orphan, raised by his grandmother, who had passed away the year before. He made money by collecting herbs and selling them in the town. He had no family. No friends. Just quiet days and lonely nights. But that morning, when he found the injured baby horse, everything changed. He could have walked away. He didn't. Ravi took off his shawl and gently wrapped it around the little horse. It whinnied softly, as if thanking him. Its eyes were full of trust and pain. Ravi didn't know much about animals. But he knew how it felt to be alone and helpless. So, he carried the baby horse. It was heavy. The jungle was thick. The journey was hard. But he didn't stop. The first days of hope. Back in his hut, Ravi made a soft bed from old sacks and leaves. He boiled water and cleaned the wound. He used herbs to stop the bleeding and reduce the pain. He named the horse Chotu. Every day, Ravi cleaned the wound. He fed Chotu soft grass, water, and warm milk. He sang to him, told him stories. Chotu listened, his eyes following Ravi everywhere. But not everyone was happy. The village elders came to his hut one evening. "This is dangerous," they said. "It's a wild animal. If it grows up, it could hurt someone. Let it go, Ravi. Before it's too late." But Ravi shook his head. "I won't leave him. He needs me." The villagers walked away, shaking their heads. Fighting for life. Chotu's leg took weeks to heal. Ravi used wooden sticks to support it. He wrapped it carefully every morning. Some days, Chotu cried all night in pain. And some days, Ravi cried with him. He was running out of food. Out of money. He was tired. Hungry. But he never gave up. Then, one morning, something magical happened. Chotu stood up. His legs wobbled, but he stood. Ravi couldn't believe it. He knelt beside him, hugged him tight. And for the first time in years, he laughed. A threat in the night. But the jungle wasn't safe. One night, Ravi woke to the sound of growling. Wild dogs had smelled the blood. They were circling the hut. Chotu neighed in fear. Ravi grabbed a stick. His hands shook. But he stepped outside. He faced the dogs. He yelled. Threw rocks. Swung the stick. One of them bit his arm. He cried out in pain. But he didn't stop. Because behind him was Chotu. And Chotu was family. Finally, the dogs ran away. Ravi fell to the ground, blood running from his arm. Chotu limped to his side and gently licked his hand. From broken to brave. Months passed. Chotu grew stronger. Faster. His leg healed. He followed Ravi everywhere, into the jungle, to the market, even to the river. People started to notice. He saved that horse, they said. No, Ravi would smile. He saved me. One day, a rich man from the city came to the village. He saw Chotu running through the fields, his mane shining in the sun. That's a rare breed, he said. I'll pay anything for him. Ravi shook his head. He's not for sale. But he's just a horse. Ravi looked at Chotu. No, he said. He's my brother. A miracle at the river. That summer, the river near the village flooded. Water came rushing through, destroying huts and trees. People screamed. Animals ran. Ravi was helping an old woman escape when he slipped and fell into the river. The current was strong. He couldn't swim. The water pulled him down. But then, through the roaring flood, he heard a neigh. A loud, powerful neigh. Chotu, the baby horse he once carried, was now charging into the water. He swam toward Ravi, fighting the current. Ravi grabbed his neck. And together, they made it back. The villagers saw it all. And they never called Chotu just a horse again. The man and the horse. Years later, Ravi built a small home on higher ground. He planted trees, grew herbs, helped animals. And beside him, always, was Chotu. People came from far away to see the horse that had survived a broken leg. Wild dogs, floods, and had saved a man's life. Children loved his stories. Old men respected his bravery. But when asked about the hardest part of his journey, Ravi always said, "It wasn't the wild dogs. It wasn't the hunger. It wasn't the river. It was believing that I deserved to be loved. And Chotu taught me that I did." Moral of the story. Sometimes the ones we save end up saving us. Kindness is not weakness, it's the strongest thing a heart can carry. And family isn't always blood. It's loyalty, trust, and love.